All right, welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Today is November 23rd, 2024. It's Saturday. I just took a shot back there of this little bridge here, this walkway. But before we continue with today, I feel like I don't give you guys enough context for the stuff that I'm using, because I'm usually busy riding the bike, and then I get off the bike and give you guys a little glimpse of what I'm using and stuff, and talk about it just a little bit. But today I just kind of want to give you guys a little some more context to the stuff the equipment that I'm using while I'm out here. This is part one of a two-part day. Hopefully today I can get on the bike. This morning a little chilly, it was 38 degrees or so. To start off the day, I came out to the swamp just to get some nature shots and show you guys what I'm doing, what I'm using, the equipment, give you guys a little more insight on the gear, so that way I'm not having to spend too much time talking about it while I'm out riding. So this is a Hasselblad X1Dii Mark II, and this is a Mitacon 80mm 1.6 fully manual lens. It's a beast. It's heavy as hell, and I feel like a lot of people don't. There are videos out there, but this combination is rarely seen on YouTube. So I thought I'd kind of give you guys a little bit of insight in case you were thinking about buying something like this in 2024. This camera is 5 years old. I'm going to challenge myself. I do have my 45mm XCD lens, which is the native lens for the X1D, X2D, and so forth of the Hasselblad cameras. So I do have that in my backpack, along with my Sony A7IV with the Tamron 28 to 200 mil, which is a fantastic lens, great all-around lens. If like I needed to go somewhere and I needed only one setup, it would probably be that. I did recently go to Colorado on a trip, and I took this guy with the 45 mil, and I did some landscape stuff, not a whole lot of street stuff, just because I wasn't there too long. Mainly kind of like small subjects with like larger landscapes in the background. Got some pretty decent shots of subjects on the way back, like bridges and stuff like that. I was busy driving, so shot what I could when I could, and pretty much just try to enjoy the drive as much as possible. As a long drive. I'm hanging out in this little area just because the sun's still kind of peeking through the taller trees. You can see maybe a little bit of a light hitting these, definitely hitting those guys over there, but I wanted to come up a little bit and hit this bridge here, and then we can move on. There's a small campus up ahead, and maybe we can get some shots of like the buildings and stuff, maybe some light, some shadows. This camera's been more of an experience for me, more so than like, quality. Yes, the quality is better. I will say that flat out, much better than the Sony. Um, this is a 50 megapixel camera, so it's taking some really, really crisp shots and a lot of detail, able to crop in without losing any quality and stuff. So, but the user experience has been absolutely phenomenal. It's really easy to use. The interface is perfect. I'm not gonna bore you with like technical stuff. I'm gonna give you more of I did get a pretty cool shot of a plane going through two power lines earlier, so I'll put that up here now that the plane kind of reminded me of it. I thought it was pretty neat. I busted out the Sony real quick because it's got obviously a lot longer reach than this. With the 200 mil, I think I cropped it into like 300. No complaints. It is a little slow starting up. I'll do that real time right now. So press and hold. It's about 4 seconds. You can obviously put it to sleep. So you just press the power button once, the camera will go to sleep, and then you can just half press the shutter button, it comes back to life, and so forth. So not too bad. Stop this down to 2, and then we'll see. I've one thing about this lens and this camera combo is I've I've tried to trust the focus peaking or whatever you want to call this. I'm sorry, I'm freaking brain farting right now, but you know where it's lit up, it's where it's focused, and I've tried to trust it, and it's missed a couple times. So I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it now. Holding it, using the viewfinder, but I have been using the viewfinder pretty much 80% of the time when I shoot with this lens, maybe 90% of the time, to be honest. If I'm trying to like nail a shot of people and stuff like that, or if I want to get really close in and nail the my focus point. So definitely has been hit or miss with the focus peaking stuff, and I don't really trust it. Let's try it here. So like it lets you, it tells you that the trees in the back are in focus, but they're definitely not. Let me go back. But those trees are definitely not in focus. So it's a little bit of a liar. Use a viewfinder if you find yourself using something like this. And the autofocus isn't terrible. I might bust out the 45 just so you can see what it does during the day, which is not bad. It's just not it's not good at all. But it hunts, and but it gets the job done. I think I was able to I managed to use it while driving from Colorado on the road trip and snap a couple pictures like while driving. So I was pleasantly surprised that it was able to capture some really good focus while moving and handheld. This is not a stabilized camera, just so you know. All right, so don't go out there thinking that it has stabe. The X2D has stabe. This does not. So when you're paying thousands of dollars for a camera, and nowadays, which is another point that I want to get to, most people want something that's stabilized, or shit, sometimes people don't even know what their cameras are capable of. They kind of just go out there and they see what everyone else is using, like Sony cameras, Canon, Nikon, whatever. And I get it. We all use the same things, but some people don't know the actual like specs of the cameras they're buying. They're just kind of going, "Oh yeah, I've seen that. Let's pick that up." All good cameras. My Sony A7IV, man, I've taken photos with that thing while I'm like literally bouncing around in the seat, and it just like nails focus. So nails focus. No, depending on shutter speed, does a really good job. So, man, it's nice out here. It's just a little chilly. I got a lot of things coming up with the bike. I got a little project that I'll reveal here pretty soon. Hopefully, God willing, I'm able to, to do that. But I think you guys will like it. It's right now. It's pretty much just an idea or concept, and I pretty much just want to bring it to life. And in the process, ride the motorcycle. So let's get down to 2.8. Again, this lens, fully manual. And okay, so another thing with the camera and this lens is you have to use the electronic shutter. So I have my camera set up to like custom mode 2 and 3 for this lens, and manual and custom 1 for the the autofocus lens. So just keep that in mind. Electronic shutter, it's kind of finicky if you move a lot. I have pretty steady hands, and I was trying to see if I would, need to return the lens if it didn't work out for me, but it's worked out pretty well. Just keep that in mind when you do buy this lens, that you will have to use the electronic shutter for this camera. I don't know about the other. I know GFX has, the camera body has a shutter in it. These cameras do not. They utilize leaf shutters, which are in the lenses. If you guys have any questions regarding like the equipment, please feel free to ask me any questions. I think I've responded to like 95% of the comments. The other 5% are like, you probably didn't watch the video. Like you watched 5 seconds of it and you asked a question and then you stop watching. Like, you know what I mean? So watch the videos, read the other comments. That's what I do. Kind of try to get some context before I go in there and blast my comment or questions on people's videos. But I try to respond to every single comment or question that's left on my stuff. And I pride myself in doing that. I mean, I'm not a very popular guy, so I don't get a whole lot of engagement, but the little that I do, I try to respond accordingly. And yeah, just freaking keep this little community going. Pan Am stuff coming soon, like literally imminently this weekend, hopefully. Yeah, I got a lot more to talk about, and I just feel like, before I leave the house, while I'm in the damn shower, I'm like thinking, yes, that's what I'm going to talk about, and then I get out here and I completely forget everything. So I really love this light. Has something happened to me like a while back, where like I just started seeing things on like a different, I don't know, just started seeing things differently. I want to say like another dimension. I don't want to sound fucking weird, but just having some fun. I really love this place. Always really quiet. It's just awesome, especially in the mornings. I don't come out here during the day. Maybe it's just me, but there's something about like an empty playground that always kind of saddens me a little bit. Let's go 1.6 on this guy just to get some separation and feel the sadness. Let's get that guy in the middle in focus. Let's read the words on it. Yeah, let's stop this guy down to 320. And then let's get some, let's gauge the distance here. I don't know, pretty cool separation, but maybe this would be better. Yeah. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of walking around. Grab the Sony, which I don't have a strap for because I'm an idiot, and try to get some wildlife stuff. Put this guy away for a little bit. Give him a break. It's been a workhorse lately. And then I'll have to just carry the Sony in my hand, which is totally fine because this guy does well in all conditions. Literally, there's not a thing that I wouldn't trust this with. And there's my lens cap because, again, I'm an idiot. So yeah, Sony A7IV, Tamron, 28-200. Great freaking combo. Yeah, the barrel extends pretty far, but for the price, man, like, geez, you can't beat it, to be honest. We're at 77% battery. I only have one battery for this. That's all I need. I've never needed more. And it charges pretty quickly, so you have a pretty decent USB charger, USB-C charger, it'll charge it really quick. Now the Hasselblad, on the other hand, that thing takes a while to charge. I said I bought it used, so I don't know if, you know, the life of the battery. It could very well be, you know, just showing its age. A lot of birds here. I've seen some guys out here, believe it or not, you know, trying to get their money shot and stuff. Totally understandable, get it. But I've seen guys out here in ghillie suits. Ain't that deep. It's out here trying to get a little walk, some PT. Anyway, I don't know if there's going to be a part 2 to this video. This shit's turning out to be pretty long now. So if you just joined, you're late. Have the Sony A7IV in my hand. The strap is at home. Okay, this guy right here. Oh no. Oh yeah. Those reflection shots are nice. I like it. It like completes like a circle with its own reflection. That's fucking cool. Kind of ran up on him. Thought I was gonna miss it. No man, I thought about turning into a bird nerd like a couple months ago when I was still healing, recovering from my injury, which I'm doing good now. You know, it's been 6 months, complete rupture in my left Achilles, and I'm out here freaking just back at it, man. Our bodies are an amazing machine. So, yeah, but still, we're fragile. I'm not gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt. Probably at like 70%. But every day, getting like that 1% better. Good enough to be on the Pan Am. The Pan Am's a big bike. So getting on that thing is always going to be a struggle for me because I'm 5'7", 5'8", want to have my heels on. The amount of stretch that I have to conduct, like getting on the bike, and then, for example, you know, if you ever have to kind of put your feet down or whatever, because you know what happens. You ever put your feet down, extend your legs and stuff, maybe hit some sand or whatever. Just, I'm a beginner, so like I tend to put my legs out and stuff to maintain my balance or keep me from falling or whatever. But it's still a heavy bike. It's like almost 600 pounds. So it's a pretty heavy bike. And it's just big, like it's bulky, you know. That was my concern. My number one concern was the amount of extension. Up until this point, and for the foreseeable future, I will be sticking to, you know, the pavement and stuff, because that bike it's yeah. It can become a problem for me personally if I don't treat it as what it really is. It's a big bike. It's heavy. It's tall. So I'm just a realist, man. It is what it is. And that's what it looks like on the Hasselblad. With the 85, with the, god damn it, I keep calling it an 85 millimeter. All right, shot the tractor. Didn't lose my mind. Now we're just gonna head back to the truck. Got some good shots of the birds. Well, to me, I know they're not extremely close up, but not necessarily great compositions, but the subject in the frame is either symmetrical or, you know, even if it's unorthodox, kind of make it happen. In this case, the birds were flying over the, you know, the water with the nice reflection, and they were able to like create like a circle. So I enjoyed that. Man, it's weird how you get older and like you start appreciating the smaller things in life. Thank you for being here. You guys are freaking awesome. All you guys and girls that leave comments and stuff and like the content. That's pretty much why I do it. You know, I said I'll never ask you for money. I'll never do none of that stuff. This is old school YouTube. Old school YouTube rules. Remember those days? If you don't, I'm sorry. They were good days. Really good days. So this is part 2 of today's video, where I'm actually on the bike and rambling. So hopefully you guys have some patience today with me, because this might be a little bit of a long one. So we started the day off with a little hike at the swamp, and we're finishing it off with a ride into the sunset, literally. So welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the view. There's not really much of a view, but as long as we have sunlight, I think we're pretty blessed. I might try to find a road somewhere that kind of just brings us back to the house. Do a little loop-de-loop. Oh, my shirt, yeah, it's a heavy sweater, and it's the Roamers sweater from the TV show with Jason Momoa. Really good show, by the way, if you enjoy watching the guy, 1 and 2 motorcycles, and 3 art. So the stuff that I talked about this morning. But anyway, I did mention something this morning that I'm pretty excited to go over with everybody. Want to kind of get it blessed off by the audience. Let me know what you guys think. We'll try it today. It won't be that great. I don't have a whole lot of time. I really hope my audio is good. I'm sick of shit audio. Anyway, we'll try it today. I want to do something called ride-by shootings. And when I say ride-by shootings, I mean photography. Definitely no weapons involved here. So just to make sure I don't get, you know, a bunch of guys in a black van showing up at my house talking about ride-by shootings. It is what I'm speaking of here, just riding the bike by places, things, and taking photos of said things and places. So, nothing more, nothing less. But if you'll let me, I will entertain you. Maybe. So,
I talked about getting back on the bike a lot more, and as long as the weather will permit, I'll be on this thing a whole lot more now. I feel better, feeling healed, feeling strong. Not 100%, but I'm getting there. So expect a lot of content from me, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out on the bike, preferably this one. It's got the windshield, it's got the heated grips. We're approaching winter, so that is the main reason. And I'm just going ahead and take a left here, and I think this should loop me back around somewhere. Anyway, I'm not too far from home. Ooh, man, that got my stomach going. And we can put the windshield down now that we're at a decent speed. Well, lower speed. So yeah, we'll ride by. We will just, you know, be opportunistic like this, you know, and man, bro, whoo, that could have been bad. You know, things like that pop up, and you have to be able to react. All right, so just remember that you could, man. If I teach you, if you get anything from my riding, from my videos, just know that stuff like that pops up. I think like in my last video where I talked about how the guys working on the road almost killed me. And you know, watch your speed around the corners. Don't go too fast, especially if it's a road that you've never been on. I'm lecturing here. Be safe. Don't die. But while we're still alive, we can continue the video. So, yeah. So basically, riding by just locations, things, and shooting it with the handheld. I do have my drone back here. I hope it's still back there. And we'll try to get some photography going. I'm going to share some of the photos, if I haven't yet, that I took this morning. And I think you guys will like it. Man, that's not even sport mode. Feeling pretty good. Look at this. So you'll see a lot of this debris on the side of the roads. That's from Hurricane Helene, and that thing destroyed a lot of southern Georgia. If you know anybody who lives down here, they'll tell you themselves. It was pretty bad. I feel like I'm yelling at the camera. I feel like I'm yelling in my helmet. I didn't even learn to calm down. Talk more like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go into the sunlight a little more. Let's put it in a sport mode. We're in a sport mode. So I think we'll just go that way. We'll go that way for a few minutes. Take this nice little curve here. These are always fun. I know I messed up my speed there. Have I ever mentioned that I love this bike? Oh yeah, I do have the little wrench on. I know it means that I gotta change the brake fluid. I think it's the time thing, so it's not because I haven't maintained the bike, and it's just, you know, or I guess I haven't maintained the bike, but you know what I'm saying. The bike only has shit. I don't know. I don't know how many miles it has. It's not that many though. I think it's like 2,600 maybe. Maybe close to 3,000. But it got the break-in service, so I'm good for another like maybe 2,000 miles on an oil change. So yeah, while I have you guys, if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I do stuff like this where I just, well, now I'm starting something new, but I basically just ride the bike and just enjoy myself. We are in southern Georgia, as I mentioned earlier, and it's right now it's roughly 62 degrees with a wind chill of, let me see, I don't know, let's call it like 40. I don't know, I'm not doing math, I'm not doing mental math right now. We have about 45 minutes before we have to head back home. The light goes away pretty quick. And I think I'm going to go, I don't know, let's go straight. Speed check by detection devices. Okay. Nothing to shoot yet. These are just, you know, quiet neighborhoods out here. I wouldn't want to pull my camera out of the bag and start shooting. I need to stop saying that. No, you know what? That's what you do in photography. You shoot photography. So yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it. That's pretty cool. One of the things that I'm a little bit worried about on the motorcycle is obviously less forgiving if you look away too long. In the truck, a lot more forgiving. You know, well, not sometimes, but all the time, I go out to shoot in my truck. That's how I get around. Oh, take it easy. I'm not out here trying to do anything crazy. There's a church. I like churches. You know, you can park in the parking lot. You know, everyone's welcome at the house of God. I've been in situations before where, what's up, brother? I've been in situations before where, I park at a church to, take a break or like, just find a place to park for a second. And I never had an issue. As long as you're not, committing a crime or anything like that, I think it's okay. Let's raise this up a little bit so you guys aren't getting your butts kicked by the wind. I like waving at people. It makes people feel good. I had never met that man. I'll probably never see him again in my life. Stand up a little bit. I know I said I'd cough the wind out, but man, I sure miss doing this. Somebody's house. Another thing is, I like to pick random roads and just take them. Stop sign coming up. Oh, I've been down this road. Okay. Not completely lost. So, cool story. There's a salt mine. I'm sorry, not a salt mine. There's a... Oh, that looked kind of cool. There's the word again. Cool. You can hate me. There's a chalk mine nearby, and it's got some pretty cool like landscape features, and I'll put up some photos here, but it's got some really cool features and some really blue water. And it can actually be a little stunning, to be honest. You know, it takes you by surprise. You see it on the map. It's what I do a lot. You know, I recon the map, and then you know, pick and choose my my destinations that way. And sometimes I base my photography off of, like, hey, I found this on the map and I'm gonna go shoot it. Which is something I kind of want to keep you guys involved in. Like, for example, the next time I go out, it might be to a junkyard. I'll go fly the drone and try to get a couple cool compositions with, you know, the junkyard, all the cars lined up and stuff. That's what it looks like on the map. I would hope they have some sort of structure to keep it kind of, like, you know, in line and organized. This video is really long, by the way. You're on 3 wheels, bro. What? Oh, this is cool. So here's what I'm talking about. Ride-by shootings. All right, our first ride-by shooting, people, is going to be this, whatever this is. Small town. But we're just going to try to pull over here somewhere. Can't really see too well. This freaking sun is like blasting me. All right, great. Going to turn it off here. Shut the engine. And then I'm going to leave my camera on the helmet, because if I don't do that, then you guys can't see what I'm doing. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna shoot the shit out of these buildings with a camera, and then we're gonna move on. So yes, the first episode of ride-by shootings, right here. You're seeing it. Okay, again, Hasselblad X1Dii Mark II, Mitacon, 80mm. Damn, I'm gonna have to trust my hands here. All right, that didn't look too good. What I think I'm gonna do is one thing I haven't done, well, one thing I haven't really done is shoot the bike. This is like, you see, you turn around and you get a good shot. Let's go with 320. Okay, the car's coming through. And there we go. We got the bike. All right, let's do this right here. This looks pretty neat with growing on the side of the house, all the vines and stuff, all the greenery. I probably look like a total weirdo because I have my helmet on. Let's go f2.8 and try to get some of this. Let's try to get some easier focus here. Okay. The lens is really tight in this spot, so I feel like if I had my other lens, this building here would be a good like subject, you know what I mean? Like one subject type thing. What I need to do is get across the street. Jaywalking! This thing's like all sideways and stuff. Yeah, people think I'm a weirdo. Let's get a little lens flare in there. This lens, like, although it's great, it just, I mean, it has, it's very finicky, man. Like, the focus needs to be spot on. Okay, and then let's go F2, and let's get that logo on. I think it's only fitting to have the first episode of Ride By Shooting to be, you know, focused on the bike, I guess. Okay. Not bad. Boom. Boom. Okay. All right. Delete that. Delete that. Okay. Let's get back on the bike and get the hell out of here. Actually, no. Let's fly the drone. We're here. Might as well see what we can see. So here we are. Here is the shirt that I was talking to you about. It's very comfortable. It's very thick. I'm just on the road, so don't hate me, right? All you adventure bike riders, don't hate me. You ain't me, so you can wear whatever you want, and I'll whatever I want. But let's get a little look at where we are around here real quick. I'll do like a little voiceover. There we go. These are the buildings I was just shooting. Let's go cinematic mode on here. There we are, of course. And let's move a little bit up. So these are the buildings I was shooting. This one's, that one in the middle is jacked up. It's like about to fall apart. There's a gunsmith in the longer building there. And it looks like we have some pretty cool sunlight conditions out here right now. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. So, anyway, let's go ahead and bring the drone back and let's pack it up, because we have about 30 minutes before the sun sets, and I just want to be able to get home in time for dinner and all that good stuff. You know how it goes. Be right back. All right, that does it for today's episode, everybody. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something different. Like I said before, it's a lot of change happening. Physically, mentally, spiritually, everything is good. And I hope you guys are good too. Peace and love, everybody. We're going to jump on this thing and hit the road. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm not going to bore you with any more video on the way home. Just going to start her up and head out. Thanks once again for being here. You guys are the best audience that I could ever ask for, to be honest, for even if it's just a couple of us on here. I do appreciate you. I really look forward to riding with one of my best good friends here pretty soon. You know who you are, and hope to share that experience with everybody else. And man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. It might be cold as shit, but that's all good. That's why we do this. Let me get the heated grips on. I can feel the. It's gonna get a little chilly on the way back, but we'll be safe. And if you don't see me anymore, it's because something happened. But if you see me, it's all good. So once again, peace and love. You guys take care of each other. Ride safe, drive safe, take photos.